Good afternoon. It is time for news now. I hope your Friday is coming up well. Looking forward to a great weekend. My name is Linda Alela. We have lots lined up for you. We first begin by the highlights. Top on news. Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi urges police and correctional services officers to focus on positive engagement with citizens in their duties.
Delivers on its vision of being a world-class police service and upholds its mission of providing professional, innovative, and people-centered services to promote a safe and secure society.
An Environment Cabinet Secretary Aden Duale announces dissolution of Kenya Water Towers Agency.
And Kenya Water Towers is one that its functions were overlapping with mainly with Kenya Forest Service, and it was overlapping with KEFRI.
Staff to be reassigned to other agencies based on their expertise. Also, in response to rising gender-based violence cases in Kenya, church leaders in Murang'a highlight the importance of family communication.
Kukosa kusikilizana, kukosa kuelewana. Hii maisha inakuwa gumu, na hii maisha mpaka muelewane na ule mko na yeye bibi yako.
All right, straight to eat. And once again, my name is Linda Alela. Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi has called on the police and correctional services officers to prioritize constructive engagement with citizens in their line of duty. Speaking during the launch of key strategic plans for the National Police Service and the State Department for Correctional Services, that is at the Kenya School of Government in Nairobi County, Mudavadi said that dialogue should be the first line of engagement when resolving emerging conflicts between them and the citizens.
The stage and leave.
This is a story that is not quite told by a lot of people, the public, and sometimes even the Fourth Estate. And it is important that once in a while, we do not lose sight of the fact that it is not just the process of keeping peace, but we also see extremely heart-rendering moments that our officers get involved in as they safeguard the well-being of our people.
Out of that strategic framework, we will be working on coming up with a national policing policy. And it's at an advanced stage, and early next year, after public participation, we will be taking it to Parliament. And this is an important policy as it looks holistically into several actors or agencies that are involved in policing. In total, there are a number of 32 agencies that are involved in policing.
Anchored in these strategic plans is a bold and clear step forward, creating a secure environment for where each and every citizen can thrive. National security, public order, and the safety of every citizen are the underlying enablers of all economic activity. I am also pleased to note that this plan is firmly rooted in Article 243 of the Constitution and the National Police Service Act of 2011.
Environment Cabinet Secretary Aden Duale has announced the dissolution of the Kenya Water Towers Agency and directed its staff to be transferred to other agencies as per their experience. And Duale spoke while signing performance contracts with permanent secretaries in his ministry and heads of various organizations within the Ministry of Environment. He called on ministry staff to ensure that they focus on integrity as they perform their functions.
Two PSS, I have directed them to begin the process of redeploying the Kenya Water Tower Service staff in consultation with the leadership, the boards, and the CEOs of our various organizations, so that we don't post a Kenyan to a place where his expertise is not required. We want our staff to be very happy. And please, staff motivation, PSS and CEOs and board members, you must motivate staff. who excel, who work hard. And you must reprimand staff who don't work for the government of Kenya. If they're wrong for the government of Kenya, they should just leave government.
Following the increased cases of gender-based violence in different regions across Kenya, church leaders in Murang'a have emphasized the importance of communication within families. Speaking at Kanyenyaine in Kangema constituency, the Bishop of Anglican Church, Diocese of Mount Kenya Central, that is Dr. Timothy Gishere, said that open dialogue can then help prevent misunderstandings from escalating into violence. Our reporter Robert Gakure with this.
The increased tragic incidents linked to domestic violence is alarming. It is for this reason that the Bishop of Anglican Church Diocese of Mount Kenya Central, Dr. Timothy Gishere, has called for dialogue within families whenever disputes arise.
We want our marriages to remain firm because we want to impact upon the next generation. We would like our marriages to remain firm.
Wajitahidi kabisa na wachunge sana kuwa wanagombana katika ndoa zao.
He was speaking during the solemnization of 10 weddings in Kanyenyaine in Kangema constituency. His sentiments have been echoed by local leaders who are advocating for peaceful conflict resolution as a dynamic step towards ending cases of violence.
We are so proud today. We have 10 couples who are ceremonizing their wedding today, and we are grateful to them. We are happy for them. May God keep your marriages. May God bless you. And I pray that may God give peace in our families, in our homes, so that we all build this country together.
Wale wanauana ni kukosa kusikilizana, kukosa kuelewana. Hii maisha inakuwa gumu na hii maisha mpaka muelewane na ule mko na yeye bibi yako.
They also noted the need for community sensitization forums towards ending violence.
Whatever we do in marriages, we will continue to show the love of Christ in our lives. The same way we would like our country to remain peaceful. People loving each other.
Hii jambo imefanyika juu ya maombi. Kwa hivyo ninasihi watu wote wajitahidi kuomba na kumwamini Mungu.
A call has been made to local leaders and policymakers to come up with ways to end cases of gender-based violence. Reporting for TV47 from Kangema, Murang'a County, I'm Robert Gakure.
And Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki has announced the disbursement of an additional 32 billion shillings by the national government to devolved units. Kindiki, who made the announcement after chairing the 25th ordinary session of the Intergovernmental Budget and Economic Council, IBEC, on Friday, said that the disbursement is for the month of November, still owed to counties. The council also mandated Kindiki's office to convene a meeting of the two levels of government to resolve concerns of, among them, revenue collection and outstanding disbursements.
That the council appreciates the expedited action of the National Treasury of disbursing funds to county governments and notes that an additional 32 billion shillings is due to be disbursed by, to the county governments on Thursday, on or by Thursday, 19 December 2024, being the amount due for November 2024. Further, that the National Treasury prioritizes disbursement of arrears accruing to the Equalization Fund. That appreciating the concerns raised by the Council of Governors and the Controller of Budget on the current mechanism for approval of withdrawal of funds and multiple accounts held by county governments, and also appreciating the perceptions arising from the Controller of Budget quarterly reports that the Office of the Deputy President convenes a consultative meeting to bring these matters to resolution in the spirit of collaboration and cooperation.
All right, the annual National SDGs conference took place in Mombasa with stakeholders from different sectors called on to work together in an integrated manner, that is by pooling financial resources, knowledge and expertise. This comes after the report on the UN SDGs report shows that only 17% of the SDGs targets are on track, with progress on more than 50% of targets being weak and insufficient. Meanwhile, 30% of the SDGs have stalled or gone in the reverse.
The main challenge has been the issue of resources. And that's why in this conference, we are emphasizing the issue of partnership and collaboration so that we actually mobilize the necessary resources to fast track the implementation of the SDGs. The other issue is to do with the data. And in our panel discussions, we have one session which is dedicated to discussion on how can we leverage on data so that we have what we call evidence-based reporting to inform policy planning to address the SDGs in a better way so that we move forward.
Kenya has made good strides, of course, with the participation of Parliament, but we would like to ensure that there is more engagement even at local level. We note that we have the members of county assembly who do the legislation at the county level because Kenya has devolved systems. So one of the things that the caucus does is to also engage the members of county assembly to ensure that not only is this a conversation at the National Assembly and Senate, but also the county assemblies.
A call has been made for business leaders to enter Parliament to help shape policies that drive long-term economic growth in the country. Kevin Otiende, a businessman and entrepreneur, emphasized the importance of businesses in Kenya's economy, stating that they employ over 95% of the workforce. However, he noted that businesses are still underrepresented in Parliament, where crucial economic policies are formulated. We'll be bringing you that story shortly, of course, in relation to that element of growth of business. We can only wait to see whether the same can be invited and accepted. But now we pick this different story where police in Limuru town have arrested 2 people in connection of fiber optic cable vandalism that is along James Gishuru Rironi Highway towards Naivasha. Limuru Sub-County Police Commander, that is Mary Gashie, confirmed that the incident, as more investigations into the matter is still being done, that is to unearth the black market of the cable, which is not locally available. The 2 who were arraigned in Limuru law courts are suspected to have vandalized 15 kilometers of the cable, which the national government is eyeing to use in connecting internet in all towns in the country.
Have arrested 2 people and charged them with the theft of communication equipments. They have already been charged in a court of law in Limuru.
Fiber optic zimeibiwa kutoka Gitaru kuja mpaka Rironi, alafu njia ya Maimahiu ya kutoka kwa Mbira ama Mtarakwa. Huko mbele tulijumuisha tukaona ni kama kilomita 15, alafu huku njia kwenda Maimahiu kilomita kama 13. Hii ya kutoka Mtarakwa kwenda Maimahiu haijaanza kutumika. Ilikuwa ndio imewekwa tu. Maria Wema waliweza kutuelezea kwamba kuna wengine walikuwa kule chini. Na tukafaulu kuwashika 2 ambao walipelekwa kotini na tayari wanashughulikiwa. Chifu wetu na raia wengine wahamasishe watu ya kwamba wakiona mtu yeyote ambaye anafanya kazi siku ambayo sio rasmi, wawe wanauliza ni ajitambulishe. Hata hivyo tumesema wanaweza kutupigia simu ili tuweze kuwashughulikia. Watu hawa mpaka wako na nguo rasmi, wameandika mgongoni maandishi ya ICT. Ndio watu wafikiria kwamba ni wafanyakazi wa shirika, na sio hivyo, ni walagai tu, bali tunataka tujue wanazipeleka wapi. Baadhi ya hizi nyaya ambazo zinaibiwa hazipatikani nchini humu walivyotuelezea. Kwa hivyo lazima kuwe na watu fulani ambao wanaleta na gari, wanafanya kazi hiyo na kuwabeba na kuwapeleka.
And to this unfortunate piece, a family in Kiambu County is calling on Kiambu County Governor to assist them to bury their dad after he was tragically hit by a county van and succumbed immediately after reaching Ruiru Hospital. According to the family members, they expressed feeling extremely vulnerable and unable to afford the expenses required to transport the body of their father, that is to Kakamega, for burial. They therefore appealed to Governor Wamatangi for assistance in taking the body to Western Kenya. The 62-year-old Ebel Kiele Inyangala tragically lost his life in a road accident near Githunguri Primary as he was on his way to a casual job at a clay works site. He was struck by a county van and was later pronounced dead upon arrival at Ruiru Hospital.
Babangu on Saturday last week part 1 aligongwa na gari ya County Government of Kiambu, ambapo aligongwa asubuhi saa 1:30 asubuhi akielekea kazini. Akapelekwa Ruiru, akawa akathibitishwa amekufa. Akashinda Ruiru, askari wakatoa gari yao police station ya Ruiru, wakaenda wakachukua mwili wakaleta huko. Shida ambayo tuko nayo, County Government of Kiambu iligonga mtu wetu, na ambapo iwezi haitaki kabisa kutusaidia, na sisi venye hatuko vizuri, sisi hatuna kitu.
Baba yetu alikongewa Githunguri Primary akiwa anaenda clay works. Dereva kutoroka alipatikana na akakipeleka mpaka polisi, akaandikisha statement. Sasa yeye aliandikisha ndio tutu aliandika.
1,400 students drawn from all 17 sub-counties of Nairobi County have a reason to smile after Shining Hope for Communities, SHOFCO, awarded them with full scholarship beginning January 2025. Speaking at Makongeni Makadara Sub-County, SHOFCO founder and CEO Dr. Kennedy Odede said that the scholarships will help students who had been locked out of school due to lack of fees. Also targeted under the program are teen mothers who were not able to go back to school after giving birth, with teen mothers also expected to receive stipend, that is to enable them take care of their young children at home as they pursue education.
Wasichana wamesaidiwa warudi shule, wasome, wabadilishe namna this country can operate and also improve the livelihoods of their families. So we're very excited to see parents here, the children, and once we get out this award, we'll continue a journey together of mentorship, support, academic and career guidance to ensure that it's a very successful scholarship offer.
Wangare, nimetoka Dagoretti South. Siku ya leo tumeweza kufika hapa Deliverance ili kupokea ufadhili ya wasichana wetu ambao wamefadhiliwa na SHOFCO kupatiwa scholarship ili waweze kusomeshwa, na kama mimi sikuwa na uwezo wa kusomesha huyu msichana wangu, kupitia SHOFCO naona mtoto wangu atasoma na nimefurahia, na Mungu abariki sana SHOFCO na tuendelee hivyo. Asante.
Dagoretti North, na nimependezwa sana mfadhili huyu ambaye ni daktari anayeshughulika na kikundi hiki. Mwenyezi Mungu akaweze kubariki. Nimeona tangu mwanzo vetings vile ambavyo wamekuwa na uwazi wa kipekee. Ukirudi katika jenta, wamekuwa ni watu wazuri sana. Hata mimi kibinafsi nimepata kufaidika kulingana na ile guiding and counseling pamoja na mtoto wangu ambaye amepata scholarship hii. So ni furaha kubwa. Mungu akazidi kupanua SHOFCO, maana inatenda wema na kuleta mwangaza katika kijiji.
A beautiful thing to see, people appreciating and benefiting from acts of philanthropy. Now, livestock farming is a critical component of Kenya's economy, and Kenyan livestock farmers now have reason to smile after the introduction of Juanco grass, a Chinese magic grass that has revolutionized animal husbandry in the country's semi-arid outposts, giving an assurance to enough supply of fodder for animals, as Chichi Josephine details.
Livestock farmers in different parts of Nakuru have a reason to smile after the introduction of Juanco grass, a Chinese magic grass, and have embraced it after having been cautioned from perennial fodder shortages as a result of harsh weather. According to the farmers, after feeding Juanco grass to their cattle, milk production has shot up.
Tulikuwa tumeletewa hii Juanco kidogo, nikaona iko na manufaa. Inaongeza maziwa. Hii Juanco iko na 18% proteins, na proteins ndio inatoa maziwa. Unajua kwanza unatafutia ng'ombe energy. Sasa ikikula nyasi ya kawaida imepata energy. Unaongeza Juanco inapata proteins ambayo inatoa maziwa.
Speaking in Rongai during the signing of MOU between Keringet Dairy Cooperative, Equity Bank and Crevation International Limited, Leo Jack, the founder and executive director of the farm, said the grass has acted as a model for sustainable cattle feed production in Kenya and has an advantage of having the highest protein content of 18.6%.
So Juanco grass has the advantage of the second highest crude protein, 18.6%. It's the second highest next to Lucerne. And it has highest yielding compared with other fodders.
Leo also notes that the grass has a high yielding capacity of 180 metric tons per acre and can be planted 5 times yearly and takes 12 weeks to mature.
The annual yielding is 180 metric tons per acre per year. We harvest every 2 months and continue for the next 30 years. It's a perennial. And it is sustainable.
The growth take short time, like 3 months. Imekuwa ready for harvest. And after harvest, tena ina grow very fast.
He reveals that they are ready to partner with the national and county governments, together with livestock cooperatives, to address fodder shortage in Kenya and empower livestock farmers.
We are ready to partner with the Kenya government, central government, county government, to increase the milking quantity with reduced cost.
Wakulima wenye wako na mifugo na waambia wakuje wanunue hata kama ni kidogo kidogo, waende waanze kupanda. Alafu tena uzuri wa hii Juanco, ukipanda moja ina 10 branches. Kwa hivyo ukikata pengine shimo moja inatosha tu ng'ombe moja.
Chichi Josephine, TV47.
Yes, for clarification, it is Juanco grass and not Juanco. Now, the Music Copyright Society of Kenya, MCSK, has accused the government of withholding over 300 million Kenya shillings collected from music royalties, claiming it is being funneled into a government-controlled account instead of being distributed to musicians. Speaking at a burial ceremony in Kaloleni village, Mwala sub-county, MCSK chairperson Lazarus Muli criticized the regulatory authority for taking a 30% cut of the funds. Muli argued that the regulator is neither a collective management organization, CMO, nor a body representing musicians, raising questions about the justification for such deductions.
Mama Singa. Waimbaji tuko na zaidi ya mamilioni ya mamia, na ndizo mnasikia kelele kidogo. Nataka nikaseme hata kwa rais wetu ya kwamba wanaotusumbua ni watu wake. Tunataka kulindwa na wasanii wanataka kulindwa wa Kenya. Pesa ambazo ziko pale zimeokotwa ziko katika akaunti ya serikali ambazo zinataka kuleta taswishi ya kwamba hata CEO wetu msikie maneno. Hiyo maneno tunataka igome. Our regulator anatusumbua. Na chanzo kikubwa cha kutusumbua ni sababu ya pesa za wasanii ambazo ziko zaidi ya milioni 300 zimekusanywa na zinaingia katika akaunti ya serikali ambayo regulator ndio anaoperate hiyo account. Pesa za wasanii tunataka kuwapatia pale, na tukitaka kuwapatia pesa za wasanii pale, hizo pesa zote wanataka kiwango cha 30% waweze kuchukua ama kunyakua katika hizo pesa. Tunawauliza watachukua hizo pesa kama kina nani, na wao sio CMO, wao wana waimbaji, wanachukua pesa wakalipe nani. Na hiyo maneno tukikataa, wanaanza kutusumbua na wanaanza kusumbuana na CEO wetu Bwana Mutua. Serikali sio CMO, in a private entities like ours, it should not be coming and making that kind of allegation, false allegations they are making to us. We want our money, we want to give it to our members, so kindly we are asking the president as the appointee authority to intervene in those matters.
And we get sporty, beginning from Narok County, where the Governor Ole Ntutu Cup will kick off this December at William Ole Ntimama Stadium in Narok County. Now, the football and volleyball competition has attracted over 30 men's and women's teams, and the annual tournament will begin from the ward level to the 6 sub-counties. Some of the notable sports personalities from Narok County would include world record holder David Rudisha, Elijah Manangoi, and football stars like Leshian Mutian of Ulinzi Stars and Brian Nyambane, who plies his trade with Nairobi City Stars.
Vijana wetu pale, ukiona pale tuko na hiyo Governor Ole Ntutu Cup kila mwaka. Wakati huu ambao watoto wetu wako likizo, tuko na mchezo ambao tunaita Governor's Cup, ambayo watoto wa vijana wetu wengi ambao wako huko mashinani watacheza kuanzia kwa kijiji, sub location, division mpaka wakuja ward, na wanashindania kikombe ambayo watakuja kucheza hapa final, ambayo mimi na county commissioner na viongozi wengine wote MCS tunakuja kuona ni nani number 1, na tutaenda kuwasaidia ama kwenda kuwapea presents kulingana na vile waliweza kushinda. Alafu wao sasa wa vijana tutaangalia kama tutapata wale ambao wataenda huko national. Nimeambiwa last year tulipata wa vijana wawili ambao sasa wanacheza huko juu. Inamaanisha kwamba tuko na talent.
And Manchester United